Well, hello, and welcome back, y'all. Today, I wasn't sure what I was gonna do. I'll be honest. I just needed to do something. I needed to distract my brain, and I knew I wanted to do a two-story house, but I wasn't sure what kind of two-story house. The only thing I knew is that I wanted some bump outs. I wanted it to look different than what I traditionally do, I guess if you can say that. And I honestly didn't even come up with the title of the video, or not the video, but a title for the actual build until I was done. And of course, just when I thought I was done putting it all together, I realized, oh, wait, you can't get into the bathroom. You can't get into the office. What am I going to do? So I played around. I moved things around. I didn't nix everything, but I did move and shift things around to kind of make it fit better. And I was like, okay, I think I got the downstairs figured out. And then I was like, oh, wait, I have an upstairs. I need to make sure that that fits properly and looks normal, if in some way normal, I guess. And then, of course, trying to make the room layout upstairs was driving me insane. I couldn't figure it out. And of course, again, upstairs, I was like, oh, what am I doing? I can't get to the bathroom. So I had to refinagle everything a little bit, just a little bit upstairs. And I did figure it out. And I did know that I wanted one of the bedrooms to be a master suite with its own bathroom. So, of course, that makes the bedroom itself a little bit smaller, but they have their own bathroom. So that's kind of like you got to have, you get a little, you give a little kind of thing. And then as I was building, I knew that I wanted to do a side yard just because of the way that the lot was laid out. And I did manage to do that. And I'm glad that I did it the way that I did. Once I had the porch put up, I was like, oh, well, I don't need to put a gate to the side yard from the porch because I'm just going to put some stairs down. And that's what I did. Now, the roof, it wasn't too difficult. I didn't have any idea as to what I wanted to do with the roof. I know at first I wanted the porch roof to kind of be open, but it just, I don't know, it just wasn't looking right. So I did change the roof out and I changed the window placement a little bit, but not by too much. So here in just a bit, you're going to see the completed project. So don't go anywhere, just blink. Okie dokie, here we are. We are all done. Yay! I'm so excited. This came out so cute. It took me a minute because, my creative juices kind of stopped flowing there for a while. So I had to take a day off and, well, half a day off and finish it the next day. We have made some changes. Obviously, in the exterior, we've got the siding. I tried sort of to keep with the neighborhood. This is in San Sequoia. So I tried to kind of keep with what the rest of the neighborhood looked like. I don't know if I accomplished that, but I think I did. The windows are definitely different, but I like it. I like how it turned out. But we do have the lattice under the porch and under the patio out back, which is somewhat traditional in a lot of homes around here anyway, in the States. Not everywhere, of course, but in some places. But anyway, I digress. We do have here on the porch a couple of rocking chairs with a little table and a book and some plants just so that they can sit and enjoy the weather outside when it's nice. We have some very minimal landscaping. It's just green. There's no flowers and plants like that, just greenery. And I kind of like the way that looks. I've never done that before, so I kind of like the way it looks. It's very minimal, and I like that. I didn't do a lot here on the side. I didn't think I needed to. Some homes don't have anything on the exterior, like this one. There's no greenery whatsoever. So I think I did pretty good, if I do say so myself. Out back on the patio, we do have a grill and a little two-seater bistro table so that the parents or the adults or whoever could just sit here and just have a little snack, have a little coffee, whatever. Little bit of plants and, of course, a fire alarm system. There is a smoke alarm behind one of the cabinets above the stove, so that's helpful. Picnic table out back because this is a family home, and a slip and slide and swing set for everyone to use, which is what I like. It's not just for kids, it's for everyone. Now, as you can see here on the porch, you do come up the porch steps here to go to the front door, but to get to the back, you just keep walking and you go out to the backyard taking steps. follow the little old paved path into the little gardening section. They can garden plants, vegetables, whatever you want to garden back there. And then the outdoor trash can is back there as well. Now, I wasn't too fond of this or this gate at first because it is blue. It has a blue door. I was like, there's got to be one with a white door. And then I realized, duh, the house is blue. So the blue gate kind of goes pretty well. So, yay. And there is plenty of lighting outside, including the gate light, which is a new update. But we've got lighting outside, which I put them here on the spandrel. And I did that once, and I really love having done that because it gives you so much light and it's not in your way, and I love it. And there is plenty of light out in the front as well. I did keep this as your base concrete. A lot of homes here have base concrete. There's, nothing fancy about it or anything. So I was like, why not? We'll just leave it just plain old concrete. Now we go into the fun part, the inside of the house. I'm so excited to show you. I love it. I really do. So you walk in, this is your living room. It is a little place with the doors and stuff, but I think it works. It works. I did test it so your Sims can access and use everything, which is a very, very good thing. So here's your living room, some plants, not a lot of clutter. This is a very tidy family. And I say that when I don't clutter a lot. For whatever reason, I didn't clutter a lot. So I'm saying it's a tidy, traditional home. They do have a little pet puppy with their toys in the box, a little place to sleep, little food bowl. I wish they had a food and water bowl, but whatever. They have a food bowl. Anyway, the dining table with the dishes ready to be laid out, sitting on the table. Yay. But I think the colors match very, very well with the living room. We've got a lot of kind of not very bright colors, but pastel-y. I think it looks cool, especially with that rug in there. I like it. I like it. I like it. And then here is the kitchen, upper cabinets. You've got, I guess, your pantry cabinet and just a little bit of clutter throughout the kitchen. Not a lot. I really didn't want to clutter the kitchen too much. I find that I find myself doing that a lot. And then the trash can is bigger than the normal little one because it is a larger type family, 6 Sims in this house. So they need a larger trash can. And then your patio door, which opens up wide onto the patio, full windows. Love it, love it, love it. Added the sheer curtains just for a little something so it wasn't so open, if that makes sense. Through this door here, Grandma and Grandpa have moved in for reasons, well, they need a little help. They couldn't live on their own anymore. They didn't want to put him in a nursing home or assisted living or anything like that. So they moved him in here and turned this downstairs room, whatever it was, into their bedroom. They've got their beautiful pictures up there of all the places they visited. They've got their original pictures from when they first met and just a little bit of clutter and whatnot. Again, this family is a very tidy family. There is not a lot of clutter in this one. And then through here, we have the bathroom with your shower tub combo toilet and sink. I did have the toilet on the side where the towels are, but when I tested it, the Sim couldn't get into the tub to take a bath or shower. And there was no other way to lay out this bathroom unless I moved the door to that side, which would have been like right next to the sofa, which I wasn't about to do. So I just moved the tub to the other side and it is playable this way. It's a little bit of an odd configuration in my book, but it works. So I'm not complaining. This door here is the office. It's a little different. We do have the stone on two of the 4 walls, and then the blue on the 1 wall, which I really, really like. And I really, really need to fix those curtains. There we go. That's better. Normally, I would center the desk on the wall or under the window, but because the door is right there, I didn't feel that that was going to be a good idea. So I didn't. But we do have a little bit of clutter on the desk. Not a lot, but a little. And then all the books that they could think of reading or want to read are right there, ready to be read, as well as their diplomas on the wall. Now we go upstairs. Nope, no railing. Don't need it. Top of the stairs. I got to change one of those pictures. That's Better. It's a very simple landing at the top of the stairs, nothing too fancy. We do have a plant and some more pictures over there and some pictures coming up on the stairwell as well because the wall was just really bare. So I had to add something. And then, of course, you got to have it. Well, you don't have to, but you got a chess set because, you know, grandma and grandpa like to play chess and they get their exercise by going up the stairs. Anyway, at the end of the hall here, we have the shared bathroom. So you've got your tub, toilet, shower, and a double sink with your mirrors, your plant hanging down. Again, nothing too fancy. There is another set of blinds over that window. It's just not showing up in this view for whatever reason, but they're there. We go over here and we are going into the parents' bedroom. It's kind of bright, but I love it. It's kind of toned down with the dark curtains and the dark bedding and the dark furniture. I think it works out wonderfully. It looks fantastic in my book. Very simple, but they have everything they need, as well as their own ensuite bathroom with a shower, toilet, sink, all the essentials required to have a functional bathroom. If we go across the hall, at the top of the stairs, we have the toddler boys room, which is so cute. I am so glad I got this kit. Look at it. Look at it. It's so cute. I did add a tree decal behind the little dollhouse, just so that, you know, there's a little something back there. And then they have their little height chart. I didn't put anything next to the bed on the right side, simply because I wanted the toddler bed to be functional. And sometimes if I'm not paying attention, I'll put something there and then the child can't get into the bed or the toddler can't get into the bed. But one thing they do have is the magnet board. I have not used that in any of my builds unless it was for the event. So I decided, you know what? We are going to use it this time. So I put it in. And I'm glad I did. And I did put it down low because he's a toddler. He's a little guy. So he's got to be able to reach it. And then the sheer curtains all the way around. And then, of course, now my favorite room is a teen girl. And I don't know why. I hate the color pink. But I got away from that a little. Look at this room. Oh my God. I love this room so much. It is so pretty. The dark royal green with the pink and the floral paper. I believe that's from Love Struck. It was just perfection. I absolutely adore this room so much. I did put the armoire on a corner and had to place the plant up on top, because otherwise it was just sitting in the middle and it looked stupid. So I put it off to the side and kind of let it hang over the edge. And then, of course, Audrey Hepburn and Marilyn Monroe. She's got to have those. I wasn't going to put anything on the walls because the walls are just so much and so beautiful as they are, but you have to add them. I feel like almost every single young girl's room that I do that's pink, I have to put those girls up there. But gorgeous curtains. The lighted canopy. She doesn't even have an overhead light because the lighted canopy is enough. But here's her gorgeous bed in that royal, deep, beautiful emerald green color. And then her nightstands. No other posters or anything. She didn't want to muck up this room after she had it redone, so she left it as is. And of course, the pink fluffy carpet. And her vanity with all her beauty supplies sitting on top. I don't know about you. I love this house so much. I think it came out amazing. For having thrown it together one night, I think it looks great. But here is the general layout of the upstairs, and here is the downstairs. Plenty of room all the way around. Some rooms, like the office, is a little bit darker, and I think the little boys' room is a little bit darker than the other rooms, but not by much. You can just add a tiny saucer light and make it teeny tiny like I did right here. This is a tiny saucer light that I made smaller by like 3 or 4. So yeah, you can always add more lighting if you need to. But that is the full build. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know which one's your favorite room. You know which one my favorite room is. That's an obvious thing. But let me know which one your favorite is down in the comments below. If you wouldn't mind, I'd love to know. And yeah, just make sure you hit like and subscribe. And until next time, y'all, have fun.